Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? No intro, no time for that. We got a lot to get into today. Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and the notification bell. All right. Today is brought to you by Stock Up You. We'll talk about that later. Let's go right into it. Okay. We had a CPI that came out. CPI had cooled off. I'm gonna be a little disheveled today. It's gonna look like it, but I'm not. I got everything here. All right. So we want to look at some of the things that happened. We'll get back to that. I have so many notes. I was taking notes while I was driving. Okay. One of the things that happened was I said this morning on my live that I believe that we could have already priced in this lower inflation number, this good CPI data. It could already have been priced in. And I kind of asked the question, do you think the market will actually fall? Ran up pre-CPI, and the question is have they run up already? Have the indices, meaning the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ, the market, have they run up already, pricing in a good CPI number? Well, we will find out in a few short minutes. Of course, by now we know that's exactly what happened. And here's one of the reasons why I thought that we had been top heavy, and I've been talking about it for a few days now. I want you to watch the last two videos that I made about what you need to do to get prepared, and the one from yesterday, okay? The day before and yesterday, right? I'm gonna leave those in the end screen in these two boxes. It's important that you guys go back and look at those. See, here's what I'm looking at. Here's the SPY, right? And we were oversold, very much oversold in the green on the RSI this morning. It has cooled off since the SPY is falling, correct? But the last time we were here was all the way back in November, okay? All the way back in November. If we look, the last time we were that overbought with the SPY, okay, the S&P 500, it was a signal that we were about what? To draw down. Let's see if I can do this. Well, let's help. We definitely don't want this to happen. 25% fall. We definitely don't want that to happen, good people. I doubt very seriously if that's going to happen in an election year. But you could clearly see why. Let's get rid of that. You can clearly see why we are entering. We're not just entering in. We've been in the overbought on the RSI. All right. The last time that happened was right here. Okay. We had time to get our business in order, and then a downtrot, okay? And so that's what we got to look at, all right? We got to look at being prepared, and that's why I made the videos that I did on being prepared. I also said that there are some things called rotation that actually happens. So the small caps, aka the Russell 2000, actually start to go up when lower interest rates are coming in, right? As a matter of fact, I heard someone say on one of the news outlets the last time, if you look at the Russell 2000 where it is right now, earlier today, let's see if I have that. They were saying that the last time the Russell 2000, the Dow was actually down and the Russell 2000 was actually up. They were saying the last time that happened was in 2008. The recession of 2008. Now, this is not to scare you. I don't think that this is it. We're going into a recession and everything. No, we're talking about this so we can have a plan, good people, right? Having a plan is everything. But look at what happens to the small cap. There again, this video was made 2 days ago, preparing you guys for this. What can we start looking for if the market does go down, right? If the market just does take a turn for the worse, what can we look for, okay? So there are certain sectors that do well. Now, I found this in the Moomoo app, and you get the free level 2 data. I want you guys to look at this, okay? It talks about the Russell 2000, which represents small caps, okay? Representing small cap stocks. It has usually, look at that, underperformed the broader market so far this year. You see that? All right? You see how it's underperformed. The broader market being the blue. This was in the Moo app. This is why I say don't just trade with it, good people, but look at some of the free tools that help you to make money. So now let's go back. Let's look at this. This is what I want you guys to look at, all right? Small cap stock outperform after Fed rate cuts. And you could see, it says here, small cap stocks have historically outperformed large cap stocks when? After the first Fed rate cut, all right? With gains of 11%, 15%, and 28% at 3, 6, and 12 months. Okay, so the Bitcoin conference is happening in a few weeks, right? And at the end of the month. I am attending the Bitcoin conference, and we just got news that Donald J. Trump will be one of the speakers now at the Bitcoin conference, right? I will not be there. I'm not running, but I will not be there because I'm leaving on the day that he is speaking. That was already planned for me to leave. Y'all ain't getting me caught up. I ain't taking pictures with nobody. Not Biden, not Trump. I ain't getting into none of that. Y'all ain't hanging me out to dry. All right, let's keep it going. But I'm already scheduled. I've been selected for a Mellon Award, so I have to leave there and run. And I'm up against some big wigs. So, hey man, let's face it, Wall Street Trapper deserves that Mellon Award for if you know what it's about. Trapper deserves it. But I will be there to support whoever wins, okay? So inflation fell this month, and core was flat last month, okay? This is some of the CPI data that came out. Housing is softening, so the housing market is getting better, okay? Cars and appliances are cooling off, so they're coming down, all right? Airfares and hotels are cooling off also. This is all in the consumer price index. But here's what we need. We need food and energy to come down more. They're not doing any well. They're not doing well, all right? People are suffering from back-breaking inflation, so we need those to come off, okay? So what is this? Consumers are still feeling the weight of that. Here's the closing remarks, good people. It was priced in. It was priced in. That's all that this says. This says that the good data from the CPI was simply priced in. Let me pull this up. I want you guys to see this, okay? So let's look at this, all right? We got the NASDAQ, you know what, let's add the Dow. I want to make this one early so you guys can make your own decisions on what you're doing. I'm not panicking. I'm not expecting the world to fall apart on this slight sell-off. As a matter of fact, I think it's an overreact. I think it's a correction from a correction. I'll tell you what I mean in a minute. So let's look at this, good people. All right. This is the Dow. Let's take the Dow out because it's only 34 companies. It's not telling a clear story right now. Right. So we could see, what is this? July 10th, and then boom, CPI comes out an hour before the market and sells off, right? You guys see that, right? And what does it do? It goes from whence we started and comes right back down from whence we started. So this run up was the NASDAQ and the S&P, or the QQQ and the SPY, already pricing in this news before the news even happened. And then it sold off, okay? There's a name for that, okay? And whoever knows that, leave me the comment. There's a name for that, all right? So instead of buy the rumor, sell the news, it was actually the opposite, okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I wasn't going to make a video today, but I wanted to share all of this information with you guys. Listen, if you guys want to really just do better, just invest in yourself, all right? All right, Stock Up You is going to be the top link below. It's going to be the top link below. And if you really scroll down, for those of you that don't know, I actually have a psychology class in here that teaches you how I think and how I make money off of these plays. And it's down here somewhere. It's here. Momentum plays. I talk about warrants, okay? And I talk about psychology, especially the warrants, right? So here's one of the things I want to tell you about warrants. For those of you that was in sound, sound has warrants, okay? And the warrants, I want you to look at the class because you will learn how to make money with it. I can't explain it right now. Type in sound, all right, which we are making money on a negative day. You see that sound is up. Now, if you put a W behind it, the W is for warrants, and now you see sound warrants. Let's make money. There's thousands, tens of thousands to be made. Learn now and apply later. When opportunities like this happen, and there will be more, you'll be prepared. Now, here's what I think. As you saw that chart, we went up, meaning it priced in the good news ahead of time, especially with the Fed talking. So he jawboned it all the way up, the market, and then the market simply returned. So this is not a sell-off, good people. The run up was an overreaction, and the run down was a correction. Now let's see how the day closes, and then let's see what happens on Friday. But the reality, good people, I'm sorry, the reality of all of this will be Monday. Monday, the market will clearly show you where it is, okay? Now we got this yo-yoing going on, and it's a dangerous day to trade if you don't know, especially options, if you don't know what you're doing. All right, make sure you check out the link below. Leave me a comment, good people. Continue to hit that like button. I love educating you guys as much as I can, but please support me by just hitting the like button, all right? Make sure you check out the links below. We'll see you tomorrow. Live, love, laugh, and learn.